run on. You do a run on,
Nah,
run on,
nah,
run
nah, nah,
on.
nah.
I'm telling you, yo, you do too much run
We live.
on.
Well, where's my comments and stuff, bro? We not live. What's going on here? It's a technical
No,
difficulty.
it's not no technical. Okay. You got to get on.
Nice. Now, can you put it on here?
Good one.
Put that on the live on there so I can see it bigger. I appreciate it. Other than just looking at this, right? What's up? Can I get? Is it a like? All right. Is this a good picture? I can't see. All right. What's up? We live. We live. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. So I ain't gonna waste a lot of time with this, man, at all. I ain't gonna waste a lot of time with this. Y'all all seen this last post, right? And you see the title of this now, right? When I say Jay-Z saved my life. After I finish telling you this, and I can tell you that, him, it was a reason for him not saying nothing to me, not speaking to me. It could have been a reason, and this might have been a perspective. But the way he implicate, shout out, I'm sorry, bro. Shout out to Al Prophet for the breakdown of the Desiree Perez situation. So I'm here to address how my case intertwines with that, with the time and what was going on right before this. If you listen to him when he said 96, all of this was transpiring in 96. So when I go back to where I was in 96 and what was going on, pretty much, I trace back to actually 95 when I really gave up the game, when I quit hustling. You know what I'm saying? This seemed like my head is at the top. Is this picture right? Oh, all right. So I quit, right? And this is something I kept saying, and I kept saying this is was something I kept telling you because that's how I beat my case. Period. So 95, and the reason why I quit because it was suspect. It was a gut feeling, and it just was time to give it up, right? And the reason why I was giving it up because Jay and I had already had our outs a little bit, right? We already had our outs, and he was in VA. You understand what I'm saying? And him and Emery had always been close, building a bond, always been close. You know what I'm saying? So with Jay in Virginia doing well, and Emery started picking up real heavy on the shore, picking up what I left. Keep in mind, picking up what I left. You know what I'm saying? Picking up my role, picking up the stuff I left, trying to be who I was on a certain level, right? And I say that to say because Jay had found a better connect. Jay had found a better connect, so we wasn't messing with the same connect no more. So now, with Emery getting a better connect, he's taking over all the stuff that I've left. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want to fight for no territory that belonged to him anyway. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes down there gravitated to Emery anyway, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact I'm the one who built Emery up. Keep in mind, and this is a true fact, like Emery couldn't step in those certain towns until I came down there and made sure, you know what I'm saying, and gave him a made man stamp. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got Emery a name, me. So when Emery got in power, when Emery got to connect, he tried to do what what I've already done. But where he went wrong was that shit was unorganized. And that's what made me leave. That's what made me be like, nah, this shit ain't right here. Like, this nigga's like all over the place and it's people all over the place. The shit just gave me a gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the people I was fucking with really wanted to fight for that pipeline. Really? They really wanted to turn it to some street shit for that pipeline. And I was on some shit too. I always been on some shit, on some non-violent shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did it, you know, we built this here and it's over type of shit. But I'm not going to result to where, you know, we're going to turn to the streets. And this is people that I fucking know. People that I've been with, around their parents, and I know their moms know me. So it ain't have to go to that. So I let him have that. So when I left, this is when this case started building up. And when the case started building up, year after year after year, here we are 95, here we are 96, here we are 97, here we are 98. It was a 3.5 year investigation. 3.5 years investigation. And if you look at my page and if you look at my case that I posted, you know what I'm saying? I told you I read everything. I told you I read everything. And the main thing was that stood out to me was if I heard Emery on this phone talking, and if they got Emery, I kept saying this in my head, if they got Emery, how they don't have Jay? How they don't have Jay? That shit don't make sense to me. It never made sense to me at all. It never made sense to me. That shit bothered me for a long time, that I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. And then when you start to fast forward into knowing after a while who this chick was and what part she played, and then you start to piece shit together on some of the cases. Some of the cases, you know what I'm saying, that people went to jail on. This is our lives that we playing with right here, you know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter, that when we was going through it, that them niggas tried to leave me in there. And they knew I was not a part of nothing they had going on. That was heartbreaking. They knew I had nothing to do with none of the shit that they had going on. In the middle of my case, when I went to go see Emery, I told him that. I told Emery, son, I ain't got nothing on me. Nothing on me, bro. That I'm fighting. I'm going to trial. There's no off on the table. There's no, oh, I could take 20 and all this bullshit. I'm going to trial with this. And I understood him copping out because I heard him recklessly. But I'm wondering how they don't have Jay on the phone. And that's your partner. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? This is all 96, 90. This is when this chick is involved. This is when all this shit started to make sense. And then they try to leave me to hold the bag? Nah. They tried me. They tried me. And this is why I don't see eye to eye with Dame. You know what I'm saying? Because you're never going to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't know this chick who she was, period. You're never going to be able to tell me that. You're not going to be able to tell me that. And the biggest thing I had with Dame is me and Dame had a relationship I sat right here and just watched Dame interview. He just did an interview. I don't know the platform, but I'm listening to him, how he describing, and they asked him questions. How the fuck Rockefeller got built? Like how? What was the beginning for y'all? And he break down the story of, well, you know, we went here and nobody would fuck with him. We went here and nobody would fuck with him, right? He kept saying that. He went here. Then he said, yo, we decided to do it on our own, right? Ask Dame, when he said he decided to do it on his own, ask him who did he go to raise the money to get that shit. Ask him. Ask him. Who did he ask to help raise the money to get that shit? You know? So that's why I say, yo, it's funny how niggas forget. The same nigga that they, you know, I blame Jay more for leaving me in jail, but Dame, you know, I had a relationship with Dame. Jay wasn't there when Dame asked me that. So that's the relationship me and Dame had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at his way of saying like, yo, fuck that nigga, he ain't my man. When I was going through this case, none of them niggas asked me, was I all right with none of this shit. None of them came to see me, none of them asked me shit. But at the end of the day, Dame look at it like, fuck that, that's J-Man. Ain't my man. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, you think Dame would have left one of them Dipset niggas like that? You think that, can you see that happening? You know what I'm saying? So why should Jay give a fuck about me? Why should Dame give a fuck about me? You know what I'm saying? He knew it wasn't a bond there. He knew it was the chain was a weak link when Jay didn't defend me in South Carolina with Dame. But that's here nor there with all of this shit. But I say this, that them niggas all knew. They all got police in them. And the fact of the matter that Jay tried to insinuate fuck me for caving, and this has been going on the whole time. This has been going on this whole time. And for all of them to say that they don't know, that's bullshit. What I don't understand about these niggas' integrity and their morals, I can't understand of Emory knowing this and still deal with Jay. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with how a nigga come home from a Fed joint and your man mess with an informant and you okay with this shit. You okay with this? And I tried, and listen to me, my people, we look, there's no pictures with you could tell they don't fuck with him, that Emory don't want to fuck with him. So it's just got to be for the moral of the bag. There ain't no pictures of Emory and Desiree nowhere. So that's a known fact right there, that they don't even fucking with each other, that he don't approve of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that shit nowhere, but he still fuck with Jay. You know what I'm saying? So for mad years, I've been sitting back going, why? You know what I'm saying? Why this nigga didn't fuck with me? Why? And then mad years, people would say, yo, you know, this a terrible shame that Jay ain't got you with him, or ain't got you around him, or didn't look out for you, and all of this and all of that. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. He could have helped me. He could have did something for me, right? But I look at it like this. He couldn't bring me into that. He couldn't have gave me nothing. I don't think at that time, if I went back to 96, 97, and he wanted to give me, and he gave me something, I could see me being reckless. I could see me being reckless with it, and me still fucking up and being locked up. You know, and that's all hands, keeping it 100. This is why you can question things and wonder why and why and why and why. You won't see until you see it, till God show you and reveal you. You see why? You know what I'm saying? And you can, and this is where I see like, yo, I know for sure if we would have been friends then, if things would have worked out differently, that I would have been, we would have still maintained that relationship. I doubt that I'd be here. I doubt that I'd be here, giving this interview, talking on this podcast, talking on this. You know what I mean? Because I would have been reckless. I see that I would have been the one that went the hardest for Jay during the times that he would have things was beefy. You know what I'm saying? When he was think about all the beef he had from 9-6 in the game with other artists, right? I could see me doing some damage, doing something silly to one of them behind that rap shit, and I wouldn't have been doing that. You know, it would have been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'd have fucked my life up. I could see that happening. I could see that I would have been on an indictment somewhere. That's a fact. That's a known fact. You know what I'm saying? So I just probably wasn't mentally ready. God, that wasn't for me. And I've been saying that for a long time now since, you know, if you've seen Marcy May, you already know that where I'm at with that whole situation. You know what I mean? That is just wasn't for me. God had a different plan for me, and I'm happy where I'm at now. But I just sort of showed where all the BS, all that they put me through with that fuck the Haven for caving and what I had to live with and what I had to go through, and this is what it is. And then about time you prove yourself, the shit is not even worth nothing because it's meaningless because they do it. That shit sound crazy. That shit sound absurd. You know what I'm saying? That they was living the double life the whole time. And you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that Emery wasn't a fall guy for the situation. Of course you had to take care of him when he got home. You know, somebody had to take the fall. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all tried to get me to be holding the bag, nah, that's foul. So when I see y'all niggas Dame and Jay bickering back and forth and doing all that shit, son, I think about he did it to me. Who else would he care about? And then I'm curious to know that nobody asked. I watched this whole interview. They don't ask him about, yo, well, if you're so smart and you've been doing all this and you've been in the streets, how the fuck you ain't know Desiree was right there with y'all, working with y'all? You didn't do an interview to 2015 or something to talking about her. You know what I'm saying? We still got from 96. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, it's just crazy how the game changed. Y'all tormented 6ix9ine. I mean, he's a snitch. And Jay doing the same shit. It don't matter if you can't pinpoint who he told on. It matters with his company. This is how that's how the game go. It's his company. And all the suspect shit that's going on. So end of the day, man, like I said, I think he saved me. He knew if he done anything for me, what I would have probably done and what I would have probably exposed. That's a fact. That if he would have let me in and I would have sniffed her out, it just none of this shit would have worked. None of that shit would have worked. So I couldn't be included in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And morally, I'm not gonna keep my mouth closed. Morally, because these niggas run around bickering and doing this love shit. 1 minute is love, brotherly love, and want to help the community, and the next minute, these niggas don't want to see nobody eat, but certain people, they pick and choose on who they want to, who, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get And it's I don't get a nigga coming into my castle around my wife and kids, and then you placing your children in their hand because of the loyalty and the trust that y'all have for one another. And then that shit get down to this. You don't even, oh, he don't want to give me the bread, enough bread for the shares of this and that. And Dame's like, yo, he don't want to see me eat and feed my family. Yo, it's something deeper when a man know your family. Like, he know your family and don't want to see you put food on your table. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's something deeper than that shit hate than when a man don't want to see another man put food on the table for his family, his children, and his kids and shit. That puzzles me. That puzzles me. And it puzzled me, let me tell you, it puzzled me so much because I thought about it on Father's Day, right? I'm sitting there on Father's Day and shit and watching my children, and I'm like, damn, okay, I got 3 of them out of the 7 together, and I'm working on them all being together. But I'm saying there like it's all coming together, and it's great to see your family. It's your manhood to feel like, okay, this is my family and this is my offspring, and I want to see them do good. And it's crazy how another man don't want to see another man in that kind of position. Even though you shouldn't depend on a man, you know what I'm saying? Don't depend on nobody, you know what I mean? That's, God said don't depend on a man, but at the end of the day, how the fuck did you feel like, you don't want to see a nigga eat? If you can help somebody, if you can say, yo, fuck that, you my man and shit, what you want? Boom, 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 we work out. But what do it come to when you see like, man, fuck you and your family on, I don't give a fuck, you ain't gonna get no money on this. What kind of shit is that? Even though you can't stop nobody, you can't stop a real hustler from getting no money. Period. Like I don't care how you try. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't see what the argument is about most of the time with them. Like, you don't want to see you not getting no money. You're not gonna stop a real nigga from getting no money. There's plenty of that out here. You know what I'm saying? For somebody that's for a thinker. You get what I'm saying? For a thinker. For the millions of followers that I have that tell me, oh, you ain't gonna be able to do this, Jay gonna block this. Oh yeah. Marcy Maid has done wonders. Marcy Maid has proven to me that they can't stop me. That it's people that really support the truth. Okay, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? That shit seemed hateful. I mean, when we from New York, we really, once a person walk in your castle, man, that shit is something different. You know what I'm saying? Like once a person walk in your home and around your mom, and this is what's deep about my shit. You know what I'm saying? My man was just kicking it to me the other day. He was like, yo, these niggas was on you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about violence and shit, right? He said something. We had a situation where he said, yo, because I seen Emery, right? The first time I seen Emery when I got home, right? The first time I seen Emery, and we had words, and I was telling Emery about, yo, what's up? What's the deal? And he was like, yo, listen, I'm gonna call you. He shot me a fucking curveball, right? He shot me the bullshit, right? But my man was telling me the other night, he was like, see, that's the difference between me. You see, I would have took my fucking hammer off and I would have clubbed his ass up right there on 34th Street. This is where I run into Emery at. And I'm telling my man, I'm like, really? I really don't, that's cool and all, but I'm looking at where I'm at right now in life, the blessings that I got and the blessings that's going on around me and how my life is. I'm like, man, you crazy as hell. You mean to tell me that I would have smacked this nigga in the hammer on 34th Street, caught assault charge, lost my job, and got thrown out of school and all of this shit just for 5 seconds because he curved me. To let them know I mean business. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. But he like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga sat in your house, your mama took him, and I seen your mom take care of this one, your mom looked out for that one. And I'm saying, yeah, I understand all that. That shit is hurtful. That shit is hurtful and deep cutting, but it's just life. It's just life. And they'll get what's coming to them. And then at the end of the day, look how, you can't, that don't mean that their life is easy. And they live in, I think their soul is like burnt up. These dudes don't go home, they don't walk the street, they don't go back to their communities and chop it up. They don't engage into the real fucking world anymore. You know what I'm saying? So when I say Jay saved my life with this shit, yeah, he pretty much probably did, man. It was a blessing for him not to look out. I ain't see that picture. You know what I'm saying? It was a blessing for him not to look out and come to me and bail me out of jail maybe and left me. It was a blessing because I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. You know what I'm saying? And being 100 got me, you know what I'm saying? These are the rewards for being 100. And I try to be that way and be humble. But sometimes, man, you gotta let these niggas know because they don't give a fuck. They really don't give a fuck about us. They niggas in another dimension. They in another dimension. That's why it kind of hurts me to see when niggas that is trying to do something do talk positive, get off track with the bullshit. So I'm gonna close out that to move on to something else. I just wanted to close out and with this Desiree Perez and when she been around and how Jay and them, you know what I'm saying? It's evident to me, man, that they caught him at some time, at some point. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be so, at this point, you have to have that attitude of I don't give a fuck now, I'm Jay-Z and they gonna love me anyway. So, what the fuck? It's not hurting, it's not doing anything to hurt him. These dudes don't seem to have a problem with it, so he's good. And everybody else is good. But me, I just wanted to straighten the facts out on that fuck the Haven for caving, how foul that was. You know what I mean? But shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. And I'm gonna probably go over these comments tomorrow and look at them, but I wanted to address a couple of other things too, right? This situation with Kwame Brown, Hassan Campbell, right? Shout out to both of them, right? I kind of was following both. I follow them. I follow Carcinio for life. I follow that whole little circle of dudes that be dropping facts. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then, keep this in mind. Every now and then, there's some things I don't agree with Kwame. When things he say, Kwame Brown say, there's some things that I don't agree that Hassan say or do. Not that they give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I say this because it's a lot of things that they say that's in accord to help it. It's a lot of things that they say that's in the line of helping us. So I say that to say, if our agenda is to fucking straighten up our communities and get this shit right, and we fall off a disagree, and I don't agree with you, that means that we can't work together on that agenda? That shit, it's not supposed to go that way. know what I'm saying? I seen y'all interview go terribly wrong to where it's now. I got people say, yo, you know, Kwame um, said some slick shit about the New York niggas. New York niggas good for clown, lining niggas up and doing this and doing that and doing this. Which, I listened to it the whole entirely, and I heard him say not all New York niggas. I heard him say that. No, I know what he meant. I know what he meant. And a lot of other niggas don't. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice if he cleared that up. You know what I'm saying? You may have seen New York niggas do that, and I'm quite sure, honestly, I'm quite sure you've seen a lot more places and cities with New York, where people have done that in other cities. But it's probably you probably seen more New Yorker niggas do it or whatever. Whatever that shit may be, lining niggas up and all that, because, that's not us. That's not all of us. That's not who I represent. I've been hustling and been in a lot of different cities, and that's just not my perspective of things. I consider myself to be a New York representative. Like, if you follow my track record, whatever city I've been in, I'm an honorable person with it. You know what I'm saying? Every city I've been in, I represented my city. I represented Brooklyn. I ain't coming there with this is what Brooklyn do, line niggas up. So that's just not all New York niggas. That's not us. And then it overflows to where, after you said that, it's a lot of feed with the Chicago niggas. Now, most of the time when I hear about Chicago niggas, it's always, yo, them niggas always go hard at New York. They jealous of New York. They go hard on New York. Shit like that. I heard that every time somebody talk about Chicago to me, they tell me, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, was talking reckless. You go in Clubhouse, that's where I heard it the most at, where, Chicago was go hard on New York niggas and New York, period. How they was doing each other in the rooms or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of... I got some Chicago followers that's all right. That's been with me from day one. And I got some Chicago friends, right? And I've never been to Chicago, right? But it's been people that came from Chicago and they seen the love that they got in New York from me. So they can vouch for how New York, how they dealt, when they came over here, how I dealt with them and how I treated them. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a reason for Chicago to be jealous, and I don't see a reason for any of us to be jealous about one another, because that shit is just as worse over there. Like, I don't understand the mentality of it. You know what I'm saying? But don't start the bullshit, because it's no problem between Chicago and New York. You know what I'm saying? There's no situation with that. And I wouldn't like that shit to spew out nowhere. Like I said, the people I know in Chicago, I'm sure I can go over there and they solid. And they solid. They gonna be solid. And that's just who I know over there. So, that wouldn't be just a good fucking look. And Hassan, this is how I feel about that situation. If he wasn't stable, like, nigga was kind of saucy, right? Intoxicated, and that wasn't no good way to come to an interview anyway. because you ain't in your right state of mind. And when I say that, I mean, if we was to get into a fight, I have to be like, yo, man, I'm not gonna fight you because you've been drinking. You intoxicated. This is not a fair fight. Come back. I'm not doing this interview. We're not gonna do this. Come back tomorrow where we can fucking get, where you focused. Because I see it where, if you know I focus, look what happened. That whole shit went in a different direction. And you came to apologize, and I really came on there because I thought it was gonna be some solid shit. Really. I really thought it was gonna be some solid shit. Okay, nigga, apologize, and and y'all gonna talk about some better shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just went wrong. And that's just my 2 cents to be in there. I think you guys can have a better conversation if Hassan come there with his head straight and focused, and and curve all the ego shit, man. I mean, that's all this shit is. It's egos, man. And it's weird egos because it's the type of egos that where these dudes want to see you starve and die and shit. This shit is some weird ego. It's just weird ego shit, man. I don't even understand who's worse. You talk about these young niggas with the killing, but these older niggas that's in position don't want to do shit neither. It's like we can't set, what kind of fucking example we gonna set if we can't get past some bullshit arguments, man. Some bullshit arguments. It be egos. That's a big ass ego. Jay's a big ass. It takes a big ass ego for him to come to me and say, yo, you know what, DeHaven? I couldn't fuck with you, man. They bagged me, they got me, and I couldn't fuck with you. And I knew if I fuck with you in any kind of way, you would get yourself jammed up. You feel me? What the fuck was I gonna say if he said some shit like that? Besides feel sorry, like, damn, my nigga. I knew it had to be something, my nigga. I knew it had to be something. You know what I'm saying? I know you wouldn't leave a nigga like that. I know you wouldn't do a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? So it be egos. It be egos that nigga to say, yo, man, Billy, I ain't like that shit you did, man. You know what I'm saying? You punked me in some kind of way or this and that and the third. It be fucking egos, man. That shit is puzzling to me, yo. You know what I mean? Puzzling. And I'm here on some serious G shit. I be out here, and like anybody tell you, man, they see me in the streets, that shit always love, my nigga. I ain't never been on no ego shit. If people going here that really fucking know me, ask them. Ask them. I sit there and listen to Dame Dash. So I want to see everybody eat. I just want to see everybody eat. But you was robbing some niggas. You got some niggas. You robbed. You didn't do Benny Siegel right. So a lot of the karma shit come back. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to see niggas eat. I really wanted to see niggas eat. Everybody. And that was a downfall for me. You know what I'm saying? And now I get everybody can eat, but everybody can't eat at your table. That's what it is. Everybody can eat, but you can't eat at my table. Everybody can eat at my table. But would I deny you to feed your children? Deny you to feed your family? That ain't never been me, bro. Like, that's not my ego. My ego way bigger. My ego is always a team and shit. You know, it's always a team. And that's just who I am. Feel me? So, if you guys haven't seen Marcy made to understand the real foundation. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of that. Shout out to the biggest star of my life, my mama that, you know what I'm saying, dropped them jewels on the Marcy made. If you ain't seen that shit to really understand where my blessings come from, or what my mama was cooking, how Kwame say, or what my mama was cooking, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of our mamas was cooking that same recipe, man, you know? So I say to that, man, you know what I'm saying, keep it humble and 100. That game is a trickery game. Fuck the game. There's no trust and loyalty in it, man. And that's why I'm not a part of it. That's why Jay probably said, yo, you know what? Just leave him alone. Turn my back to him. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit ain't for him. It's not for him. It's not for who he gonna bring in here. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta sit back and realize and think about why God, you know, put you in a certain position. Now, it could have been a lot worse, because that guy back in 96, 97 was dangerous. I'd have hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? That 100 million and all that shit that they was playing with, I'd have hurt myself. Or Kelly Rowland would have had twins by me by now. Somebody, I'd have hurt myself. I'd have did some damage. And I definitely would have did some damage once I'd have realized there was a rat in the barrel. It just wouldn't have worked out. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't have worked out. So, you know, Jay could have saved my life, man, and that's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? And he did it his way by not doing a damn thing for me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Even the ones that sold their soul for that shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's just it, man. But I want to see everybody peace and love, you feel me? What else I should address before I go, man? Check out Marcy Made. Hit me in my box if you're interested. Yo, we already started shooting a series already, man. We still looking for more actors, looking for more music, looking for more actresses. You know, you hear the story, man. So you already know it's gonna be a solid series, man. Something you should want to be a part of. Even writers, man. I'm looking for more writers. Get at me. Like I said, if you want to be a part of something epic, man, you already know that my shit is real. You know, why not? I think I gave y'all an hour. What else, man? What else should I address right now? What else? I don't want to go nowhere. I used to think that this is harder. You have to have a plan. Tonight, it was just strictly freestyle. And that shit been on my chest for a minute with the father and the hate, and these niggas don't want to see you eat shit. I mean, that shit been weighing heavy on me, because it's just like, where do niggas get this mentality from? That's worse. Like, you don't want to help a nigga. Like, most niggas be like, yo, I could take you to the water, but I can't help you drink it. Niggas is not even showing you where the water at. You feel me? Niggas is not even want to show you where the water at. So, I'm going to peace out, man, and I'm going to try to do this 2-3 times a week. I'm going to try to do this more than often, man, but, yo, I got a lot of other stuff going on. I hate to come on here and just be doing that today's news shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be doing this. Some niggas doing this shit, you know, it's for them. You know what I'm saying? And this helps, but I'm gonna stay more engaged, and I just want to do more active on the outside of this than in front of this shit. Like, I'm listening to niggas talking about, yo, and in the community and doing that. You can't do this shit sitting in front of that shit. 18 hours a day. If you sitting in front of this shit, if I'm seeing you post 40 damn videos in 2 days and shit, there's no way you out being active in the community trying to help. So you just talking. So you just talking. So that's why I don't be out here on this shit engaging them, is because I'm on some other shit, like with the nonprofits and where I fit in at and where could I help and what mentor and who could I coach. I'm on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And sticking to my 3 morals, God, family, money. You get that? God, family, and let's get this money. That's it. Whatever fucking agenda should you have? You know what I'm saying? Whatever agenda should you have? I'm 52, my nigga. There's no other agenda for me. You know what I'm saying? There's no other agenda for me. That's always been my agenda, but I had it mixed up. You know what I'm saying? The lineup was mixed up. And now that the lineup, like I said, in order, it's God first, family, and then it's money. The kingdom. And I'm going to leave you on that note, man. I thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm going to just start popping up on here, man, with my thoughts. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely a lot I want to start talking about with this violence. And I'm going to stay on that shit. I want to talk about this violence, man. I want people to come on my platform to explain, this violence. You know what I'm saying? I just finished watching somebody get killed on a live. That shit crazy. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And nobody still can tell me where this hatred come for life, man. All right, yo. I'm gone, bro. Thank y'all. Hanging out, man. I'm going to go over this and I'm going to try to respond to all the comments, man. Like I said, watch Marcy Made. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to Marcy Made. Shout out to everybody on the shore. Shout out to everybody in North Carolina. Shout out to everybody that supports me and my movement. Shout out Silent Kings is coming back. Shout out Baines, man, and Industry Labs, man, one of the dopest fucking producers that walk this earth. He don't, he's a one-man band, but, he get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he do not want to spend none of that Marcy Made money to get more help. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to pick up all the cameras, all this bull, all this ourselves. He don't want to spend some money, bro. That's what we make it for.
For the series.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we make it for. Like I said, man, thank you everybody for tuning in, man. And like I said, he said don't read the comments. I am going to read the comments, man. And I'm out. All right, so.
Good.
How you end it?
You good turn it down.
Yo, how you stop it now? End.